Hey everyone. All right, so I'm gonna do another video. This is kind of impromptu. I'm gonna chop up my loaves. I have a bunch of L3 loaves that need to get chopped up. So I thought I would go ahead and chop those up. Because I wasn't planning to do this, I didn't ask folks for questions or anything. So I think what I'm gonna do is just maybe generally talk through, throughout. If I run out of stuff to say, I may not get through all the loaves. I have, let's see, like 11 loaves here that I'm hoping I can get through. So we'll see if I can get through all of them or not. But hopefully you will enjoy. Okay, so this first loaf, I microwaved it. And I'm just using paper plate. I've never done this microwave method before. I did 20 seconds on one side and 15 on the other. This is pumpkin souffle, cinnamon sugar donut, vanilla bean noel, and pie crust. I haven't even melted this yet. The cutter I'm using is nothing. It's like, this is a dough cutter. So, and I want to cut it upside down like this. It's like slipping around a little bit because my plan is to stick it back in the tin and then back in here. So I'm not going to chop it into really tiny pieces. Ooh, that's kind of hard still. Well, yeah, it's crumbling a bit. So I may need, it's not too bad, but I may need to microwave the next one a little bit longer. So I guess so I can talk while I'm doing this. I'm probably blocking your view, aren't I? So I'm just gonna share stuff with you. So in case, I think I talked about this in my last Should You Melt This video, but I got into wax in 2013. I was into Bath & Body Works candles, and I had, I'm not sure if this is gonna work. I was going through candles like crazy. Yeah, I need to microwave the next one a little bit longer. This one wasn't enough. And I was trying to find a way to repurpose the candle jars because I felt bad just like tossing, or I guess, you could recycle, but I kind of was trying to figure out if there was something else I could do with them. And so I was searching on YouTube, and I came across Kirby's channel, which is it like vintage chic, I think 1927. Okay, so put it back in there. So that's not too bad. There's a lot of crumbs on here. I think what I'm gonna do is in between loaves, I'm gonna put those crumbs into like a little jar or something. I don't wanna stick them in the bag and make the bag get all messy. So I will put this back in here. But so I came across Kirby's channel where she was sharing like her wax collection, and I like fell down the rabbit hole. And so that was like late 2013. My first order I ever placed, oh, and so Kirby is the owner of Vintage Chic Scents. I'm sure most of you know that. But you know what, I probably shouldn't seal this up because it's a little warm. So what I'm gonna do is leave it open and stick it to the side. But Kirby is the owner of Vintage Chic Scents. I'm gonna do this one. Let me get actually a new plate. And she, I like found her channel, and literally like within a couple months, she was announcing that she was starting her own wax company. So that was pretty cool. My first order that I ever placed, I think, was with the Bathing Garden. And at that time, I mean, it was a pre-order, and it was gonna take, I think it took a lot longer back then to get your wax. It was gonna take like a couple months. Oh, so this next one is warm vanilla sugar, let them eat cake, and whole vanilla bean. Let me make sure that's, okay, yeah, that's in the frame. So I'm gonna microwave this and I will be right back. So this next one, okay, I just got out of the microwave. I'm moving around so I can make sure it's in frame. When you guys do this, does it melt a little bit like on the plate? Can you see that? I don't know if that does it for you guys. I mean, it doesn't feel melty, the loaf itself, but I don't know. Anyhow, so my first order was with the Bathing Garden. They At that time, I think it took about 2 months to get your order. So I had to wait for a long time. And so I was like anxious to get wax. And I didn't even know about, I was not even familiar with Walmart wax at that time. Okay, so I melted this, or I heated it for 20 seconds on both sides. That seems to be a lot better. So I wasn't even familiar with Walmart wax at the time. So I went to like Walmart and so I did learn about it through watching videos on YouTube. So I did go to Walmart and buy some wax to kind of hold me over. I think I bought a couple warmers. Actually, let me get on this side from Walmart. And I'm cutting into the side of the plate. And then I think my next order was with Tiffany Candles, which she's not in business anymore. Well, I think she sold her business. I'm going to go off on a tangent here. I think she sold it or something because she brought another girl in to help her out or something. And then they changed the name to Scarlet Rose. I think she's technically in business still, but Tiffany wasn't involved with the business anymore. So my guess is she like sold it or something. And I never bought from her when it was Scarlet Rose. So, but I didn't hear the wax. I heard that the wax just wasn't performing that great. So I don't think I don't know that if she sells much or not at this point. But so I placed an order with Tiffany Candles, and that was the first order I ever received from a vendor. I'm doing this in much smaller pieces. I feel like I'm gonna make a mess here. And so, and that like basically began my addiction. After that, I don't remember who I ordered from. But I basically fell down the rabbit hole of all the YouTube, videos, and have been buying ever since. And then, so I started my channel right away. Like as soon as I got into wax, started buying wax. So that was in end of 2013. And then I did go through periods where I stopped and like doing videos on YouTube, but I went for a long time doing videos. Then I went for a period of time where I kind of stopped. And just because as I've progressed in my career, I just seem to be getting busier and busier. But anyhow, that's how I got into wax. And then Kirby stopped making videos shortly after. So I was sad about that, but I don't think like most of you that do videos now, I don't know how many of you watch my channel, but most of you that do videos now are, I think, newer. I say newer in the sense that like most of you are not from like 2013, 2014. All the people that I used to watch, oops, I keep sealing this. I need to not seal the bag. Most of the people that I used to watch don't make videos anymore, or no one, I don't think, makes videos anymore from the folks I used to watch. So pretty much all the folks making videos. I know Drew's been around for a while. I didn't watch Drew back in the day, but I know he's been around for a while. But anyhow, okay, so the next one is Diet Starts Monday. I'm gonna open this up and get it warmed up. Okay, I just pulled this one out of the microwave. Yeah, I definitely wanna know, do you guys find that it just starts to melt a little bit on the outside? But anyhow, so like I was saying, most of the folks that are doing videos these days have not been doing videos as long, but it's really cool because a lot of you that do videos that I watch now, again, I don't know how many of you watch me, but a lot of you have all these other vendors that you guys have been trying, and because I wasn't buying, I'm obviously doing this very crooked, but I wasn't buying a lot of wax in 2019 and 2020. And so and then I used to have I had all my favorites that I used to buy from and that I was buying from. And so I've been able to see kind of a lot of new vendors that I'm interested in trying. So that's exciting. And it's just fun to see a bunch of new faces in the wax world. So I've been enjoying that. We'll see. Hopefully I can keep up with it for a while. Work was really busy for a long time. First, this last year, I just had this massive project I was working on that was taking all my time. I'm gonna chop this side one more. So someone asked me, I think it was, I'm gonna forget her name. oh my gosh, I've watched her channel for a while. I don't comment all the time, so I feel bad about that, but she does a lot of Scentsy. I can't remember. I'm sorry, I'm forgetting her channel name, but she asked me like who my top 5 to 10 vendors were. I need to do a video on that, but I'm not gonna do one quite yet because of the fact that some of my, like Tiffany Candles, she was one of my top vendors back, you know, a few years ago, and she's not around anymore. And I feel like there's so many new vendors that I really kind of want to try some more vendors before I kind of do a top 10. But I mean, if you had to ask me today, I would say that, okay, so there's the Diet Starts Monday. I'm gonna push that over there. So I put these really quickly in the order because I'm using kind of the same plate. So I put them in an order where I wouldn't mind if like I did the lighter bakery and then I'm going to like fruity bakery and then heavier bakery and then like lavender and then like minty scent, so that I'm going in order so that if any cross contamination of wax, it won't affect the stronger scents. So the next one is Pink Frosted Animal Cookies. I'm hoping that's in frame. Yeah. You can see I cut a little bit off of this one already. But I definitely will be more likely to melt the stuff if I have it cut. So I'm gonna microwave this guy and I will be right back. So as I was saying, if I had to pick a vendor or pick my like top 5 or 10 or whatever, I would say that L3 is absolutely at the top of my list. Yeah, there's some scents that are like duds, and you know, not everything is like super strong throw, but I would say most of the stuff I get a really good strong throw. Some people have commented that they feel like her larger formats, like certain formats of her wax, don't throw as well. I haven't melted enough of her loaves to see if that is true for me as well, but I love all her scents. She has great scents. She has my favorite strawberry. Her wax is easy to get. She, you know, has restocks literally like every 2 weeks, and she has tons of scents. She's easy to get from, great prices. Jennifer and her team, they're amazing. They're just very sweet people. You know, good people, so I appreciate that. And yeah, so she's definitely in my top 5. Dessa's Homespun Scents is definitely in my top 5. She's been in my top 5 for a long time since I started buying from her. I think the only disadvantage right now is she doesn't do customs anymore. That's a new thing for her. She's done, I think, 2 openings now where it's basically she's gone to just ready to ship, which is going to make it harder to get the scents you want, and you can't do any of the custom blending, but I totally respect her decision based on whatever works for her. And I hope you give her a try if you haven't yet. Her wax is phenomenal. Doesn't need any cure time. Throws super strong. I will say some of her scents are a little similar to L3 in the sense that not everything it may not throw for very long. Like some scents may only last like 4 to 5 hours. Others may last a little bit longer, but they may be a little bit shorter lived. But I love her scents. She has great Christmas tree scents. The next one here is Pink Frosted Cake, Strawberry Sugar, Pink Frosted Animal Cookies. I was like trying to make sure I read it right. So I'm gonna melt this one and then give it a chop. I have to say this one smells amazing. The strawberry sugar is so good. So the strawberry sugar is different than fresh picked strawberries, but I would say it's probably my second favorite strawberry. And with the Pink Frosted Cake and Pink Frosted Animal Cookies, I feel like there's gotta be like pink sugar or something in this, I don't know. But anyhow, so I said, okay, L3, Dessa's, Glitterati is a favorite vendor of mine. The owner, Jean, I think she's amazing too. I know her business model does not work for everybody. It's, her wax is harder to get. So I know that's been just a big complaint, but that is what works for her. I was lucky that when I got into the wax community, the first custom order I made, she opened up her custom list and it literally was like open for a whole weekend for people to sign up, and only like 200 people signed up. Now you can only get glitterati if you get on her custom list, which she does limit the size of orders now. I am probably one of the people that contributed to that because I used to do really big orders with her. And then if you get on her mystery box list, which I think, so custom list probably opens only once every couple years. Mystery box list, probably about the same. The problem with the mystery box list is you don't get to pick any of your scents that you get. So, but I still get them. I get on the list and I usually like a majority of the scents that I get. And then she does weekly drawings, weekly random drawings, and the first weekend of every month is for newbies. So if you haven't ever purchased wax, or she may say like if you haven't purchased in 2 years, I can't remember if there's a time limit on it, you can then enter. And so it's supposed to help increase the chances for folks that have never had her wax, obviously. But I still like her wax. It's just, it's not accessible, not easily accessible. Then let's see, I'm cleaning off my cutter right now, sorry. So that's why you're not seeing anything. All right, this next one. So now I'm gonna be getting into, yeah, some more like bakery. So this is mac apple zucchini bread. I have to think after, and this is in no particular order, I will say. So just because I'm saying them in a particular order is not necessarily how I would rank them if I was to rank them, and I'm not going to rank them. But ooh, this smells good. That's really good. So I'm gonna microwave this and I'll continue in a sec. I have to say this is a messy process, but I think it'll help me get through my loaves faster because I won't have to worry about chopping them each time I want to use them. But okay, so this is mac apple zucchini bread. Then after, I'm thinking through like my wax stash of like where everything, you know, like literally thinking through my closet of how the stuff is organized. So the next one I would say is Kay Scented Wax Melts. She is quickly rising to the top of my list because after some cure time, her wax definitely needs some cure time, but she has a very decent sized scent list. She's super easy to get wax from. She's open all the time. And sorry, these chunk sizes are all very inconsistent. I'm trying to like do it and not block your view, but she's open all the time. And you can do customs all the time. She used to limit, like, I think early this year, prior to earlier this year, she used to limit it, I think, to no more than 3 custom scents in an order, but then I guess she moved to a new location, I think, and so now she allows, I think, unlimited, basically. So, and once you've let the stuff cure, I get amazing throw. Now, some of the stuff I've melted a little bit sooner because I couldn't wait, and some of it I've gotten really good throw even without waiting for cure time, but she's definitely become a favorite. She's, again, I haven't had much interaction with her. Like with Kirby, I'm friends on Facebook. Not that I would say we're friends, right? But friends on Facebook. Janine, friends on Facebook, have interacted with her quite a bit to an extent, right? I don't want to say we're like friends, but in real life, but she's an awesome woman. I guess, you know, I'd be there for her if she ever needed anything. And Janine, I don't think you watch wax videos, but if you do, you know, you're awesome. But anyhow, so, and then Dessa, like, you know, so I've interacted with them enough to know like, oh, they're really cool people, you know, really good people, because I'm friends with them on Facebook. So I see just them in their everyday life as well. Okay, so I feel like I'm missing a bag. Did I not have this double bagged? I may not have had this one double bagged. Okay, whatever. I'm chopping that up a lot quicker now. So After that, oh, so what I was saying is, so for, I think it's Carla, right? For Kay, Scented Wax Melts. I'm not friends with her on Facebook, so I don't really see her outside of, you know, what she does in wax, but the little bit I've seen and a little bit of interacting with her with respect to orders, she seems like a very sweet person. Oh, this is Strawberry Pound Cake, Pumpkin Pecan Waffles, Don't Cross Streams. Smells so good. You can see I've used a good amount of it. Oh, I need to clean off this plate too, but let me microwave this. Okay, so this one I microwave for a little bit less on both sides just because it's not a full loaf anymore. We'll see how this one chops, but in case it's a little bit more crumbly, that's why. Oh, I need to turn it over. Anyhow, so what I was saying is, so Kay, I left off on Kay's. Then, let's see, I'm thinking through my stash. Oh, candles from the keeping room. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I haven't mentioned candles from the keeping room. So candles from the keeping room is probably, she used to be my largest amount of wax of all vendors. I bought from her once last year. I have not bought from her this year just because I have so much and I want to get through it. But Carol is an amazing person. I love Carol. She's so, so sweet. She works so hard. Like, she is going to retire someday and it's going to break my heart, you know, and obviously when she retires, like, I totally will, you know, again, be so happy for her because she works hard. But her wax is amazing. I love it. And if you have not ordered from Candles from the Keeping Room, I know I don't see many people hauling her wax on YouTube. She's been around forever, but she just doesn't open very often. She opens maybe like 5 times a year, and it's ready to ship. The stuff sells out pretty quick, so you have to be quick. But I've amassed quite a collection, so I'm really just trying to focus on not getting through everything, but really whittling my collection down a bit for her because a lot of it is older and I don't want it to go bad. So I'm just trying to enjoy what I have from her, and then absolutely I will continue purchasing from her. This one didn't go back in as well because it was already cut. But so she's absolutely like top on my list for sure. And the one thing with her, since I haven't bought from her much lately, she used to do a lot more of like single scents or maybe 2 oils, you know, but she was the first one, like Fresh Pick Strawberry. She was the first vendor out there that had the strawberry to get. Now so many people have it. And so when I order from a vendor, the first thing, I think I've mentioned this before, but the 2 scents that I always look to try out from them is their lavender and their strawberry. And if they have a good lavender and they have a good strawberry, then I will probably keep ordering from them. And if they have a good throw. But, so Candles from the Keeping Room for sure is up there. I'm trying to think through who else I have. You know, so Destination Wax is new to me. So on Cold, I'm pretty impressed. I'm going to continue ordering from her. I'm excited. But I think those are like with what's currently in my stash, kind of, you know, my top vendors. So this next one is Lavender, Don't Cross Streams. I love this blend. I did it in my last customs and I went through the whole chunk bag, and so I'm super excited to have more. So I got 2 loaves, and so I need to get this baby chopped up so I can start melting it at night. So let me get this microwaved. Okay, Lavender, Don't Cross Streams. So this is what all the little shavings that are coming off of it right now. I'll probably just save that and put it in a warmer, but because I'm switching to a bakery scent, or sorry, lavender, I'm gonna get a new tray to put the crumbles on. And actually I should use a new paper plate too. So I think I kind of talked through my favorites right now. And I would say, okay, so since a lot of you are newer to my channel, well, some of you have probably been watching forever, so you know more about me, but you know, I used to live in California. I moved to Arkansas. I stayed with my current company. I'm able to work from home full time. So they approved me moving to Arkansas. We don't have an office here in Arkansas, which is why I work from home all the time. But you know, the type of work I do. So for those of you that don't know, because you're newer to my channel, I am an accountant by background. So I'm a certified public accountant, and but I do specialty, kind of more specialty work. I'm a forensic accountant, and my specialty is in fraud investigations. So we get hired by companies or government agencies that need to have some form of an internal investigation conducted due to concerns of wrongdoing, typically by an employee, possibly in collusion with the vendor. There can be various, you know, reasons, but it's interesting work. But you know, I sit behind a desk all day for the most part. We will do interviews, so I will go out, like travel a little bit to go meet with clients or conduct interviews when needed on a case. But so much of our stuff is done remotely nowadays anyways. COVID really helped make that easier, because initially before COVID, I had moved to Arkansas in late 2019, and COVID, you know, started March of 2020. So initially, kind of that first 5 months, it was a little bit harder to kind of explain to clients the fact that I was in Arkansas, and then if I had to travel, to pay for travel costs, whatever, have them pay for travel costs. But now with COVID, clients are used to it. It's so much easier. So I do investigations. It can be an intense job. Clients are very demanding. As you can imagine, if there's a concern of fraud, they obviously want it investigated as quickly as possible. And I'm a principal with the firm I work for. I'm not going to say the name of the firm, but although if you have me a friend on Facebook, the firm name is not even the right name anymore, but because I know some people have searched for me on Facebook before. But what was I going to say? So because I'm a principal, I oversee a lot of projects, and I oversee, like, really kind of our practice on a national level. So it's a lot of work sometimes. I work a lot of hours, and it can be quite stressful. That's part of the reason why I moved to Arkansas, because California cost of living is very expensive, and I did not foresee me being able to retire at a reasonable age staying in California. So for being in Arkansas, just cost of living so much cheaper. I will continue to work, but I don't think I'm going to do this past like 50, the type of work I do now. So that's my plan, is to kind of stay in this job till I'm 50. I'm currently 44, so I'm not that far away. And then look for something just, you know, less stress. Because, yeah, anyhow. So, but that's what I do for work. I do really enjoy it, but it is very stressful at times. But I work with some amazing people. You know, the firm I work for, I mean, I get to work from home full time, so that's really cool. And the fact that, like, you know, I get unlimited PTO, which is awesome. It's just being able to find time to take it, but I do get unlimited PTO. Oh, okay, so this next one, this is so good. This is Fraser for peppermint sugar cookie. I melted a little bit of it already, so it's gonna be a my should you melt this video this weekend. But let me get this guy warmed up. Let me just tell you, my place is smelling so good right now with like heating up this wax. If you guys do the whole microwave method, it definitely gets the aroma going in your house. I'm hoping this doesn't affect the overall like longevity of the wax. But anyhow, so that's what I do for a living. I enjoy it. Then for fun, I mean, I love to travel. So that's one of the big things for me, is particularly international travel. And so since COVID, obviously I haven't gone anywhere internationally. In 2019, I took a trip to Kenya. Well, I've been to like over 50 countries. My first trip wasn't even until I graduated from college, my first international trip into Europe, like 2 months in Europe with like several friends. And it was like an amazing time. And that started my addiction to traveling. So I do usually try to take 2 international trips a year. But the last time I was able to do that was in 2019. I went to Kenya on a volunteer tour, which was amazing. It was like 7 days of volunteering with different nonprofits in very rural parts of Kenya. It was just such a rewarding experience. And then the last, I don't know, 3 or 4 days we did safari, which was really fun. So we did have some fun in there. The Kenyan people are like amazing, like some of the best, most amazing people I've met. They, so that was an amazing trip. And then I also went to Greece in 2019. So Greece is like my favorite international destination. If I've been to, I think I've been to Greece, I think like 4 times to different islands. I will go, like if I have a friend that's going and is like, let's go to Greece, I will be like, let's go. Like, I don't care how many times I've been, I will always go back. Again, the people are really amazing. The food is amazing. I mean, and obviously I'm talking about the islands. You go to Athens to see all the sites that you should see, but you don't need more than a couple days there. And then you go on to the Greek islands and they're just beautiful. So I did those 2 trips in 2019, and I do not have one planned. My passport even expired. I need to renew my passport, but I just don't foresee being able to travel because the friends that I normally travel with, no one's traveling right now. One friend was actually ready to take, sorry if I'm making a bunch of noise, I'm cleaning off that plate. One friend was ready to take a trip, but then she's had some personal physical issue. That sounds horrible. She's had some physical illness stuff she's had to deal with. She's been on like, well, she just now went back to work, but she was on medical leave for like 6 months from her job. So she's like, I have no money and no PTO to be able to go on vacation. So I was like, well, maybe next summer. So we'll probably look at something in summer 2022. I am vaccinated, so I am like, get me like on a plane somewhere. And most countries are accepting vaccinated travelers, which is good. Okay, so the next one is peppermint, rosemary, mint, vanilla balsam. I'm super excited to melt this one, so let me get this one heated up. All right, so peppermint, rosemary, mint, vanilla balsam. Gosh, it smells so amazing. But anyhow, so beautiful scent. Very excited to be able to melt this. Let's see, so traveling, that's like my favorite thing to do. I also am into scrapbooking, but I haven't scrapbooked in forever because just I've been so busy. Scrapbooking, if any of you do scrapbooking or any kind of paper hobbies, card making, whatever, it's just very time intensive. And once, you know, you need like a full day or a weekend to be able to like focus and do it. And I think I'm just so busy. And because I get so exhausted from work, I just don't have the mental capacity. Anyhow, so you know what, my family, someone's home. It's either my dad or my mom. So I'm home alone right now. So I'm gonna finish this one later. I'm gonna stop the video, you know, and I'll finish melting, or chopping. I only have this one and one other one. You guys tell me what you think. Did you like this video? I have more to share with you. I had more things I wanted to talk through, but if you like this format, let me know. And then let me know questions, because I do have a lot of, I have a lot of the chunks from L3 that I would like to chop up. And as I'm sure I'll get more loaves from different vendor stuff too. So let me know what you guys think and I'll do more of these videos. Talk to you guys soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.